skulls that are shooting at javelinas, by the way?
Well, we are in a way. We've rescued a couple of the javelina that have been shot, and it's sad because they're not using a high-powered weapon, and it's kind of beating the animal to death.
It's really making the animals uncomfortable, and putting them in pain.
Kind of like torture, yeah. It's not really enough to kill them, but it makes them paralyzed and just not good.
Let's hope that somebody who knows needs the money, the reward money, and makes an appropriate phone call. We're talking with Peter Leininger, co-founder of Tucson Wildlife Center. How do you determine when an animal is ready to be placed back in the wild, which is the objective of all the wild animals you rehabilitate?
Absolutely. We have a flight cage for all the raptors. After you have a broken wing, you have to go through rehab to get it back into shape after it's come out of surgery, got the cast off. You get them back into shape. They're like an athlete. They got to be 100%.
So they have to go through the surgery and then some physical rehab before
Absolutely.
they get turned loose.
Absolutely, because otherwise you don't use it for 6 weeks. It kind of atrophies.
Well, let's talk about Bubba. Now Bubba isn't a raptor, or is
Bubba is a raptor.
Bubba is a raptor.
Right. All the hawks, owls, and eagles are raptors.
They're considered raptors. All right, let's bring Bubba in here. How did Bubba arrive at the center?
Oh gosh, Bubba, I believe, was hit off of I-10 in
Oh, he
Oracle.
got hit by a vehicle?
He got hit by a vehicle.
Oh,
and
so what did you have to do to him?
Someone found him on the side of the road, and unfortunately his wing was broken by the joint where it can't be fixed.
So he's another permanent resident.
He's been with us.
He can make personal appearances like this one.
Right. He's been with us 10 years.
And who's the lucky one that's holding on to Bubba here?
This is Sherry, and Sherry's been with us for about 9 years.
Another
now.
volunteer.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
And I assume that somebody's watching now and says, this looks like fun, I want to do it. They'll be welcome into the fold.
It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of work, and you meet a whole lot of really neat people, and then the animals are even better on top of that.
How old is Bubba? Do you know?
Bubba, he's been with us 10, so he's probably 10 or 11 years old.
And what's the lifespan of something like this?
In the wild, again, probably 9-10 years. And
with you, who knows?
In captivity, we've had birds that have lasted 20.
Now, compared to Igor, Bubba seems pretty docile. Is this typical of...
Well, this is his nighttime. He's sleeping.
Oh, so
he's a nighttime bird.
He's kind of half out of it right now.
He's nocturnal.
I see. Well, he's being very good. Now we need to get Bubba out of here because we're gonna bring in Lightning. And Lightning and Bubba, they don't get along too well. Is that the deal?
Well, they're natural enemies. One, the hawks are during the day, and then the owls take over the night. And of course they overlap a little bit between sunset. Lightning is quite a rare bird. He's actually a red-tailed hawk, and he's 90% albino.
Yeah, because the hawks that I've seen around here do not look like this.
Right. He came from over by New Mexico and was starved to death almost, and was a sorry-looking creature when he came to us. We think it's the albino gene is a weak gene, and his feathers weren't lasting a full year cycle. His feathers were only lasting 9 months, and he was starving to death.
So he too seems pretty calm. Is this the way when he's not making personal appearances? Is he pretty much just sitting around?
He's pretty much like this all the time. Igor's a little high-strung sometimes and opinionated. Lightning and Bubba, they're more laid back.
They're more laid back. And Joan has been with you guys for a long time too, right?
Yes, Joan is our education director. So anybody that wants to call the center or go online can hook up with Joan, and we'll do education programs at a school or functions.
So if somebody has an event or something like that, I guess, especially where there's children, that's how they do. They either call you or go online and make arrangements with Joan to bring some of these things. And these are typical of the animals that you bring around to demonstrations?
Yes, pretty much. They're our regular ed birds.
All right.
And
We know we can fly.
they can sign up for that on TucsonWildlife.com.
Is there any charge for that?
No, we do it as a service to the public, although we do accept donations because all these guys are always hungry.
Brings up a good point. We're almost out of time. Who supports, what is the source of support for the center?
All of our support is from private donations. Some of the bigger outfits in town, like Tucson Electric Power, helps us. Jim Click, we do get support from them. But primarily it's private donations and people that find animals and bring them to us. Quite a few of our volunteers bring an animal in and stay to help for years.
That's a heck of a way to do it. We are out of time. Is the public as sensitive to the challenges that these creatures face as it should be?
I hope so. I mean, with the drought and everything, it's got to be tough out there. You know, imagine being out there barefoot and looking for water and food. You know, you got to admire them for even surviving.
Well, thankfully, we have an organization like yours that helps rehabilitate these guys and get them back in the wild whenever possible. And we just hope that when construction takes place and development takes place, that some of those folks are a little more sensitive to what they're doing. And if somebody finds somebody like this, call you or bring them into you.
Yes, please give us a call. We've got 2 ambulances, and we'll come out and get them because quite often these animals are dangerous. And we don't want anybody to get hurt bringing them in to us.
Good point. And we will have you back when the hospital is up and running. We'll come out and take some pictures of it.
Come out and see it.
We will. That'll be our next opportunity. Thanks again for being with us. Peter Leininger, the co-founder of the Tucson Wildlife Center, and we'll show you the website and phone number in just a minute. That's our program for today. I'm Bob Lee. Have a safe week ahead. Remember, if you're in a motor vehicle, please buckle up for safety. If you're driving it, please signal before you change lanes or turn corners. No texting while you're driving, and always be on the lookout for motorcycles and bicycles. We'll see you next week.
Fox 11 is part of BLO, listed on the New York Stock Exchange as BLC.